While creating endless holes, and that is the abyss of the status quo. You are sinking and sinking in phobic meditation and life. Who made all of these rules? Why must I eat with my fingers at the dinner table? Who started that? Why should I know about Marie Antoinette and the bourgeoisie, the Canadian Paris and the Tennessee? What is wrong with being a fisherman surviving by the sea? Who started that? So what? I say, so what? If my TV set lies in a 2-bedroom apartment, in your mansion, aren't we watching the same DSTV? So I cannot have a white-collar job because I was proud and mentioned African in my CV. Who started that? Oh, so because I drive a Corona, I am not fit to be in your Range Rover team. Oh, because I cannot afford 25 cows, suddenly I am no longer the perfect man for your daughter, Atim. Oh, because I am made of charcoal and melanin, I cannot be Miss Tin. Who started that? The status quo. I am labeled poor because I can only afford black tea? You tell me what is the difference between bread and butter and mandazi. Oh, so I am third world because my kanzu is made of gomasi and not Gucci. Who started that? The status quo. The status quo makes you evil in the eyes of the Christians because when your ends don't meet, you venture into alcoholism. The status quo makes you absent in the lives of your children because when your dreams don't pass, you venture into workaholism. Dear woman, because you desperately need that job, you quite too often pull up your skirt and venture into prostitutionalism. Wake up. The abyss of the status quo. Wake up. The abyss of the status quo. Wake up. The abyss of the status quo. How about we all start by growing up? Learning to love one another in spite of who we are. Learning to accept ourselves for what we are. The status quo, you are sinking and sinking in phobic meditation and life begins to dictate you. Wake up. Let not the status quo mess you up.
Our theme for this session is the intersection between arts and human rights. Art is actually a form of expression. It's a right in itself.
Art is free form, art is expression, art is letting out.
When human rights thrive, art also thrives. And when human rights are under attack, art can also be under attack.
So the role of art in the dictatorial regimes right now is to be a voice first of all, express our feelings. Tell us, speak out the things that you speak, that you feel inside here, the things that are challenging you in the present day human rights context. Art needs to be able to capture that.
Art is everything. Art is a conscious. It's just a conscious in a paper.
Art has to be able to remind us of the humanity within this place that is not necessarily in the document.
Art helps us see out of ourselves. Art is a mirror.
I wonder, why is it hard for us to tell these stories?
To the people who are not in this space, how does this art relate or cause the change that we seek?
When I see Uganda today, a lot of artists are becoming conscious about the content they're creating, about where they're taking it. Even in the places where the markets are closed, people have taken the art to the streets. They've taken the art to the market. Their job is done, according to how I see it. It is now the job of you people that they have empowered, that you now know that you have a voice. You now know that you have a power to recommend. What most art does is recommend.
It's just the need for being authentic, being who you are, and just speaking your truth in the best and most authentic manner possible. The art that tends to grow, tends to inspire, comes from a place of deep honesty. Sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's just being heartbroken, sometimes it's just anger at society. But you draw something, you write something, you speak something that is just very authentic, that people don't think about it.
The role of the art and the artist is not to create the solution or the medication, but to resound the situation and cause conversation, cause discuss, cause people to highlight it for everybody to see. So as artists, we have the power to enable the audience understand what we put out, but also they are at liberty to understand it as it is, because that is also part of the beauty of art.